Hey, what's up guys? It's Tai Fong. This is my little Cambodia tour guide, Jaden, right?
Yeah.
So he's taking us to Kien Svay right now. We're in the car and it's about a 35-minute drive from Phnom Penh. So I'm really excited seeing what kind of food they have. Let's go!
Yeah!
Alright, so this is pretty much a market in this little hallway right on the riverfront. It's just a crazy market and we're here actually quite early. This is the morning right now and there's already a lot of merchants hustling and bustling. There's not a lot of customers yet, but I know that it will get very busy later. We're only about a 35-minute drive away from Phnom Penh, the main city of Cambodia, but kind of feels like I'm really far away, you know? It just feels totally different, a different kind of vibe, a nice country vibe, and just the scenery is amazing as well. I do not feel like I'm this close to the city. I'm walking into the food area now and it's just so smoky. Everything's just grilling, everything's a barbecue and they have everything. I even see turtles, I see fish and frogs. Some of it I don't even know what it is. There's a lot of food, there's a lot of choices, but it's not that big, you know. It's kind of like just this hallway of merchants just selling stuff, and what makes it so interesting is that there's stuff that I've never seen before, you know, and that's what I love about it. I love the authenticness of this market, just the hustle and bustle going on. I'm actually really excited to get some food and go by the river and experience this Cambodian tradition. Now that I've got my food, we've rented a place on this kind of deck-ish thing and we're gonna go have a little picnic. Let's go. This place, this like deck area is actually separate to the actual market. You can pay 10,000 Riel if you want to just rent this place out, and you can either bring your own food from home or you can buy the food from the market. They also have a package deal. If you buy their food from here, then the place is free. Look at this. So I'm really excited because it feels really traditional already, you know, because I'm sitting on pretty much on the floor, taking our shoes off, and they've given us this mat. So what I've gotten from the market is some really interesting things. This is a snakehead, a grilled snakehead fish. The fish is a snakehead fish, it's not a snakehead. This is some pickled vegetables. Now this is a very interesting one because this is actually pickled tamarind, raw tamarind. It's a dip that you can dip with the fish, which is very interesting. This is a pickled green vegetables with bean sprouts. It's just a very sour vegetable that it complements the fish meat. This is a very common pickled vegetable in Cambodia and a lot of parts of Southeast Asia actually. It's a pickled lotus root and you can see how it's kind of hollow inside. These are very tasty little vegetables. This is a grilled frog stuffed with lemongrass and other herbs as well, but the main ingredient is lemongrass. I can't wait to dig into this and see what it tastes like. And also this one is one of my all-time favorite Khmer dishes. It's called Prahok and this is actually a fermented fish. You kind of can compare it to maybe an anchovy. It's a little fish that has been fermented for a very long time. Traditionally they eat this with some raw vegetables or even you can steam it as well. It's wrapped in a banana leaf here and it's pretty much just like a fish paste. Oh, you can smell it, it's very strong. So these little yellow things look like chili seeds, but they're actually a type of vegetable. It looks like a mung bean in a way, but it's very hard and it's actually very sour. This is one of my favorite dishes of all time, but a very authentic Cambodian dish. So not for everyone. And they've given us some fresh vegetables as well to dip with the Prahok. So I'm really excited to dig in and try this and see how it tastes. I haven't had Prahok in a while actually, the really traditional one. So I'm gonna get some cabbage and get a little bit of this Prahok and just try that. Oh, beautiful. It's very, very salty and a little bit sour. Also a little bit of spice in it as well. And the sour vegetable I've never had before. I really want to try. So it's kind of like a seed. It's like a hard shell, a little bit sour. And this fish itself is very, very fermented. It has a very strong fishy taste and smell to it. It's kind of like a paste. You're gonna just disintegrate, but you eat it with rice. It's good to get a little bit of the fish, and then you just eat it with rice. It's beautiful. I'm very interested in this grilled frog actually. This is just a bit of the leg, frog leg. Nice and taco-y, you know, because it just came right off the grill. Those of you who don't know what frog tastes like, it's kind of a mixture between chicken and fish. It's got the texture of a chicken and kind of a little bit of a fish taste. I love it. I think it's incredible. Some people are not game enough, but I want to try this frog that is being stuffed with lemongrass. Oh wow, look at all that lemongrass. Now it's jam-packed with other spices and herbs as well, but the main ingredient is lemongrass. That lemongrass flavor is just overwhelming. It's just taken over everything. I can't even taste the frog anymore. The lemongrass is one of the best seasonings ever. It's got an incredible aroma. It's just so delicious. Even lemongrass fragrance, it's just beautiful. You eat this with rice, that lemongrass. So good. And have some lotus root. This is some pickled lotus root as well. Wow. The pickled lotus root is drenched in fish sauce, so it's very sour and very salty. As you can see, it's hollow inside, but it has this very nice stringy kind of texture and a beautiful crunch. Oh, it's beautiful. It's so good. And that chili really makes it have a really tangy kick. Yeah, that's some good stuff right there. I can eat the lotus root on its own just with rice. You know, a lot of people do that. You don't even need meat, but it just goes so well with meat as well. Let's take a look at this grilled snakehead fish. This is the outside scale. Now you can see it's a little bit burnt, but you can just take that off. You don't want to eat that. Look how juicy the meat looks. Oh wow, it's just nice fresh. Now my cousin told me that there are certain fish here that are farm raised or wild caught ones. We want to go for the more wild caught ones because that's more natural, and because the ones that are farm raised, we don't know what they put in them, we don't know what they're feeding them. The wild caught is just more natural and it's a less chance of getting you sick. But you can see how fresh this fish is. The meat looks so fresh. It looks like it's freshly caught and they had grilled it. So let's try this one. I got some little bones, so you gotta be careful of that. It actually has a nice kind of tough texture to it, and it's very sweet. It doesn't have a fishy taste at all. I'm very surprised that it doesn't have that fishy flavor. It's just nice and juicy and subtly sweet. Eat this with some rice. Delicious. And a lot of people like to eat the fish with a bit of the pickled vegetables. I'm gonna try this raw tamarind because I haven't tried it before. Let's see what this tastes like. Oh yeah, very sour. I mean, tamarind is a very sour fruit. And this is a raw one where they just kind of ground up and just make into a paste. And it's been seasoned with garlic, salt, sugar, and some very good stuff. It's actually really delicious with the fish. I can even smother it all over with the rice. It's just so flavorful. It just makes anything, enhances anything. And rice is so plain, but this makes it so much tastier.
Oh yeah. And it has like a crunch in it as well. The tamarind pieces has a crunchy texture to it because it's raw. And then this one is a pickled bean sprout with some green vegetables. This is also very sour as well. All these pickled vegetables are usually sour. You can eat it with rice, or you can eat it with the meats that you order it with, the fish. Very crunchy, very sour. Really opens up your taste buds, you know? It just enhances everything. It makes you crave for more. Oh, it's so good. Everything is so good. Everything is so authentic. I love it. I miss authentic Khmer food. Haven't had it for so long. And where's the best place to have it? In Cambodia. As simple as that. I want to try some of this morning glory with chicken and chicken intestines. It looks very interesting, and I love morning glory. And you can see they've given us a bunch of sauces as well, and lime, and this is just some fish sauce and chili, and this is a mixture. This is like a fish sauce as well, but it also has some garlic and a lot of lemon as well. So this is a very kind of citrusy, flavorful dip. So I believe that this dish has a lot of chicken's insides as well, which is delicious. I'm a huge fan of that. So I'm gonna dip it into the one with the garlic and the chilies. This is beautiful right here. Yeah. Such a chewy texture. I love it. Chicken gizzards, beautiful. Has a beautiful taste to it. And that sauce is just full of flavor, just jam-packed inside, kind of citrusy, sour, and has a beautiful hint of garlic as well. And then that chili. The chili is just jam-packed in there. And this is some morning glory, one of my favorite vegetables. Very good, nice and crunchy. Now with morning glory, it's very important not to overcook it, because once you overcook it, it gets too mushy or soft, so it's not crunchy anymore. But this one's cooked perfectly, where it still has a beautiful crunch to it. The key to that is having a very hot wok, where you just fry it really quick and then bring it back out. This chicken looks like it's been deep fried or something before it's been pan fried with the morning glory, because it seems very dry and very hard. Definitely crispy. Definitely more to chew. Very tasty though. It seems like it's seasoned a lot with some fish sauce and just mixed in with that morning glory. It's delicious. And they also bought some duck as well. So this is a grilled duck, and it's just been seasoned with some garlic and just some herbs and spices, you know, the regular sugar and salt. So it's been grilled, and you can see that the meat is still very tender. It looks very juicy from here, and duck is usually a little bit more oily than chicken. Let's see what this tastes like. Has a very interesting texture to it. It is chewy, but it kind of has a nice crunch to it as well. With duck meat, it tastes a little bit like chicken, but it has a better flavor to it. It has like a oily flavor to it, and it's a little bit more gamey. I mean, it's still a poultry, so it tastes a little bit similar, but I love the taste of duck so much more, because the flavor itself is just full of oils and fats, and just has this interesting, unique taste to it. Wow. And because it's been grilled, it kind of has a little bit barbecued-ish, like a charcoal flavor. It's so good. It's a little bit smoky as well. Now, I want to try some soup. This is some chicken soup. And you can see this chicken soup, it's been sitting here, but it's still steaming hot because of the charcoal inside. It's kind of like a burner. The burner's just still going. So I'm going to get a bunch of these herbs. I love herbs. And just get some chicken pieces. And just try what this broth is all about. Now this is a traditional Khmer soup. It's called chua muan. There's another type of soup that is used with the tamarind powder, and that is also a traditional one, but this one they just squeeze lemon in it for the sourness. So I want to taste some of this soup and see what it tastes like. So it's not very sour. I think that's why they gave us some lime. so we can kind of season it ourselves. Because sometimes when they squeeze lime in there when it's cooking, it makes the soup a little bit bitter. So they like to put it on the side so you can season your soup yourself to make it sour to your liking. But the soup is very good. It's very sweet with all that chicken broth and all these herbs. So now that I've squeezed some lime in there, let's see what it tastes like. Yeah, see, that's much better. You know, this soup is made to be sour, and a lot of people put chili inside as well, so it's sour and spicy. It has a really nice tangy flavor, and it really enhances your taste buds. So get some of this chicken. It's very, very soft, tender chicken. Beautiful, full of flavor, nice fatty skin. It's nice and sweet. It's beautiful. Everything is so delicious, you know. And I think what makes it so much better, the bonus, is that I have an incredible view to look at. I'm just relaxing. It's nice and chilled, nice and quiet. It's awesome. It's such an amazing vibe.
Alright guys, thank you guys so much for joining me. I had an amazing time at Kien Svay with my family. I hope you guys get to experience this place when you come to Cambodia. Now it's not far from the city, but I don't think public transport is one of the ways to get here. I believe you have to drive or get a taxi or something like that. But I'm going to link all the information down below. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, remember, you've only got one life. Live it. Now you can't beat this, right? This is just relaxing right here. Living the life. Such a hard life I have.